So I'm in the living room folding clothes. My mom comes up to me and she puts her hand on her hip and she's like, well, you're pregnant. I got pregnant at the age of 16 and this is how I found out. I'm at work. I call my parents because my tummy is hurting. So I go home. My parents take me to the pediatrician. Pediatrician does all kinds of tests on me and then tells me, okay, go home. Everything is fine. We'll call you with the results of whatever test they were doing. I didn't think that they were doing a pregnancy test though. So I'm in the living room folding clothes. My mom comes up to me and she puts her hand on her hip and she's like, well, you're pregnant. My first response was to start laughing because I thought she was joking. I immediately noticed she was mad and she was not joking. I had a cell phone at the time that I bought myself and she took it away. She said, don't call anybody, don't tell anybody. And then she walked away. Well, she didn't know that I had a cordless phone because back then we had cordless phones. And the first thing that I did was call my boyfriend and told him I'm pregnant. So a couple of days passed by and my mom tells me, you have to have an abortion. And I'm like, no, I don't. I wanted to go and live with my boyfriend, have the baby. I lived in a very toxic home and it was just, I saw it as my saving grace, my way out. She set an appointment for me to go have an abortion at the abortion clinic. I went to school the day of the appointment and I knew that I had the appointment later that afternoon, so I ran away. I had gone to my boyfriend's house, spoke to his parents with a friend of mine, showed them the paperwork that I was pregnant and they wanted me to live with them and help take care of the baby. My mom had found me at my friend's house after I had run away. My friend's mom was literally holding the door with her whole body because my mom was pushing the door to get into the house. My friend's mom is screaming. My friends are screaming, crying. I'm crying. My mom bursts through the door and she starts screaming, threatening to call the police. I got dragged by my mom into the car where my little brother, who was like 10 or 11 at the time, and my dad were waiting. And they drove me to the abortion clinic. We get to the abortion clinic. I am crying. I got undressed and I got on the table at the clinic. They did an ultrasound to see how far along I was, and I was about 11 and a half weeks. I saw the ultrasound screen as well. And I'm crying and I tell the nurse, I don't want to do this. And I told her, but I'm 16 and I have to because I'm not of age and my mom is making me do this. And the nurse tells me, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to. It is your choice. And I told her, but even though I'm 16, she said, yes, it's completely your choice. You don't have to do this. And so I told her, I don't want to do this. And I'm still crying. I'm scared because now I'm going to go out and face my mom and my dad and my brother and let them know that I didn't go through with it. So when I go out there and they tell my mom that I did not do it and I'm still pregnant, my mom she creates a whole scene at the abortion clinic. We were on the freeway and she tells my dad, exit right here. That exit was to my boyfriend's house. They pull up to the driveway of my boyfriend's house. He had no idea that I was going there. I had no idea. And she kicked me out of the car. I walked up to the door and I'm crying uncontrollably. And I'm just standing there because I can't knock. Like I just couldn't. I guess his mom had seen through the window of them dropping me off there, and she opens the door and they took me in. My mom did call his mom trying to get her to kick me out, saying that I was a and that I shouldn't be living there, and that she shouldn't have a in her house. And his mom did not listen to my mom on all those things that she was saying, thank God. So it is now 25 years later. My husband and I are still together, and our daughter is now 24 years old,